Ancient Persia shimmered with riches, a land of immense wealth and splendor. King Xerxes ruled this vast and prosperous land with a vision of grandeur and magnificence. He was a proud and powerful king, known for his majestic presence and inspiring leadership. To celebrate the glory and the wealth of his kingdom, Xerxes decided to host magnificent feasts. These grand celebrations lasted for many days, filled with joy, opulence, and a spirit of unity. The king wanted to inspire everyone who attended, showcasing the boundless potential of his realm. In a bid to further enchant his guests, he summoned his beautiful queen Vashti. He asked her to appear before his guests, wanting them to admire her beauty and grace. However, Queen Vashti, with unwavering dignity, chose to stand firm in her decision. She would not be put on display, maintaining her self-respect and inner strength. This act of courage angered the king greatly. In his rage, he decided to dethrone Queen Vashti. Consequently, a search began for a new queen, one who would embody the virtues and grace that the kingdom cherished. In the city of Susa lived a young Jewish woman named Esther. She was an orphan. Esther was raised by her cousin Mordecai. He was like a father to her. Esther was beautiful and kind. When the king sought a new queen, Esther was chosen. Mordecai warned her to keep her Jewish identity a secret. Esther entered the king's palace. She found favor in his eyes. He placed a golden crown upon her head. Esther became the queen of Persia. One day, Mordecai overheard a wicked plot. He was in the marketplace, surrounded by the noise and chatter of daily life, when he caught wind of a sinister conversation. Two of the king's guards planned to assassinate the king. Mordecai quickly warned Esther, his cousin, and the queen. She informed the king with urgency. The king was saved from the treacherous plot, and his life was spared. The king was immensely grateful to Mordecai for his loyalty and bravery, but danger still lurked in the shadows, waiting to strike. A proud and ambitious official named Haman harbored a deep hatred for Mordecai. Haman was furious because Mordecai refused to bow down to him, defying his authority. Consumed by rage, Haman plotted a terrible revenge. He devised a wicked plan to kill all the Jews in Persia, including Mordecai and Esther. The entire Jewish community was at risk. Haman went to the king with his malicious plan. Using deceitful words, Haman tricked the king into believing that the Jews were a threat to his kingdom. He convinced the king that the Jews were dangerous and needed to be eliminated for the safety of the realm. The king, trusting Haman, gave him his signet ring, a symbol of royal authority. This ring gave Haman the power to carry out his evil plan, putting the entire Jewish population in grave danger. Mordecai learned of Haman's evil decree. The decree was a death sentence for all Jews in the kingdom, a plan so sinister that it threatened to wipe out an entire people. Mordecai, deeply troubled and desperate, knew he had to act swiftly to save his people. He sent a message to Esther, his cousin, who was now the queen. The message was urgent and filled with the gravity of the situation. Mordecai implored Esther to use her position to intervene. She had to act quickly. Time was of the essence, and the fate of her people rested on her shoulders. Esther knew the weight of the responsibility she bore, but approaching the king without being summoned was forbidden. The law was clear. Anyone who approached the king without an invitation could be put to death, unless the king extended his golden scepter to spare their life. It was a risk she had to take. Esther showed immense courage. She decided to go to the king, saying, "If I perish, I perish." Her bravery was a beacon of hope for her people. She asked all the Jews in Susa to fast with her. This was not just a physical fast, but a spiritual one, seeking divine intervention and strength. For 3 days and nights they prayed for deliverance. Their prayers were filled with hope, fear, and a deep yearning for salvation. Then Esther approached the king, risking her life. The tension was palpable as she walked towards the throne, every step a testament to her resolve. She invited the king and Haman to a banquet. This was a strategic move, a way to reveal the truth in a setting where the king would be more receptive. During the banquet, Esther revealed everything. She spoke with passion and clarity, laying bare the evil plot that threatened her people. She told the king that she was Jewish. This revelation was a shock, a bold declaration of her identity and her connection to the people marked for destruction. She exposed Haman's plot to destroy her people. The king was furious. His anger was swift and just, directed at the man who had betrayed his trust. He ordered Haman to be hanged on the very gallows he had built for Mordecai. The Jews were saved. They rejoiced and celebrated. Their deliverance was a moment of profound relief and joy. In remembrance of their deliverance, they established the festival of Purim. This festival became a symbol of their survival and the triumph of good over evil. It is a day of feasting and joy, a day to celebrate life, community, and the power of courage, a day to remember the courage of Queen Esther. Her bravery continues to inspire generations, a timeless testament to the power of standing up for what is right.